Hi, it's Verity Butler here from FEED magazine at IBC. I'm at the Brainstorm stand. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Miguel Churruca. I'm Marketing and Communications Director of Brainstorm.
So, do you want to just start off by telling us your main IBC news for this year's show?
Well, at IBC we're introducing our Suite 6.1, which includes three other main products, which is eStudio, InfinitySet for virtual production, and Aston for graphics. 6.1 builds on 6.0, which we introduced at NAB, and increases the number of the features we are preparing for XR production, virtual production, and all the graphics involved in that. And to do a visual representation of that, we're doing a public demo here in which we represent a whole election show, a full set with a real stage, with a LED wall, chroma keying, set extension, all the bits and pieces that come together to create a nice election show, including graphics, data-driven graphics, interactive space, and so on.
So obviously Brainstorm is known for its virtual production technology. So could you just talk a little bit more about how you can apply that in broadcast scenarios?
Well, we've been like 30 years now in the business, and we've been always doing real-time 3D graphics and virtual sets. Virtual production is the consequence of applying hyper-realistic techniques to the real-time thing. It's not VFX, it's just using things in real time and make it indistinguishable from reality. And due to this experience we had in real-time graphics and virtual sets, we can tell that the offering that we have with our products is also flexible, not just for broadcast, but for many other parts, including corporate stuff and so on, because we see that the broadcast is increasingly complex in terms of the many things that you're including into a single show. It's not just having a background, it's having the background, the graphics, titles coming in. So the more things you can have with the less machine and the optimization of the workflows, the better for the broadcast. It's all about workflows, sustainability, and also optimization. So less people or more focused people, less items that can fail and will make you ruin your show. So all the focus now is to make things better, more efficiently.
Great. So obviously virtual production has changed a lot over the last few years. Could you just talk a little bit about how it's evolved over the last few years?
Well, actually, it's the pandemic was a great hit for virtual production. We came to a moment that nobody was able to do things live, and they had to do virtual. And virtual production was there to save the day. It was an existing technology, it was used, it was like a gizmo. Oh, here we have something in virtual, well, let's use real now. We have to make it virtual because we have no other choice. So the companies that were using virtual production did have a good time, and we did have a good time because of that, because we were able to deliver the tools for the clients to save their day, actually, which was great. And this has continued, and now people understand the virtual production or the way to make things virtually. It's another tool they can use for their production. It's not just something that is there like a funny thing, but it's something that they can integrate into their workflow and make it work to make things more efficient.
It's just become part of their workflow now.
Yes, it's just part of the world.
Exactly. So talking about challenges, because obviously, production's not always smooth. So what kind of challenges are faced when it comes to virtual production in the context of broadcasting? How can you overcome that?
Well, actually, being a new technology, you need to educate not just the client, but also the technicians and the people involved in the production. That means that you need to prove the technology works for a certain job and that it can be worth using. And not just using because of the sake of it, but also because it's good to have that. Or it represents a benefit that other techniques or technologies or production items don't provide. So educating people, make people understand that virtual production is not just like standard production, it requires workflows, it requires techniques, it requires setups that are specialized in virtual. It's essential to make things work nicely.
Okay. What trends are you seeing emerge within virtual production? Sort of looking into 2025, going off sort of conversations you've had at the show, what are you seeing?
The biggest trend last year was to use large LED walls. What we see at the moment is that everybody wants to get into virtual production, but not everybody has the budget to get huge environments. So we may use smaller environments, or limited environments such as this one we have here, with just 5 meters of video wall, in which we can simulate a huge environment. And this is one of the trends, how to make things more efficient in the way that anybody can use or can take advantage of virtual production using certain techniques that implement all the tools needed to go there.
And so we're sort of reaching the second half of the year. There's a very big election coming up, and just looking into 2025, what's in store for Brainstorm?
Well, it's been an election year all year.
Yeah.
We have lots of elections all over the world. We have everybody looking at the American election, which is going to be huge. But we have elections in so many parts of the world. Smaller companies, small countries, bigger countries. We have the European elections as well, which are quite complicated, and the coverage is huge. So there's a variety of things that we can do there. And trends are not just for elections, anything that requires data coming in, a mixture of technologies is a trend. Everybody wants to present data in a different way or make shows more appealing to the audience. So whatever we can do to help clients make things nicer to the audience is going to be good for us.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Miguel. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.